Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Stellaris. This is a game I have had in my library for a very long time. I bought it shortly after it came out and found out my PC really wasn't good enough to run it. My new PC obviously is very much more capable to run it and record it. And while this may bother some people, this is going to be kind of a daily upload video. Until I beat it. I'm going to be doing a lot of recordings. I may not be talking much. I may be just talking to myself quite a lot. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how entertaining this will be. It's, from what I remember when I was looking at it, it's a real-time strategy game. And it's about space domination. And I remember the original premise that when I saw it, reminded me of an old Flash or Java game, I can't even remember, where basically you took over planets and like your whole goal was to conquer the whole solar system, and eventually you'd find these things called star darts. I can never remember the name of it. But I loved playing it. I played it so much. And I remember I bought this because I was like, this is just like an updated version of that game, I've got to get it, you know, and like my brain was just blown. And then my computer couldn't run it. So I've actually never played it, and I really want to sit down and play it and beat it. Like, to get a win, or to get at least far enough that I consider it a win. Okay, now these are going to be 15-minute episodes. This first one will probably just be us setting up our custom race. Because I remember that's a thing. Now that being said, I am going into this pseudo-blind. I say pseudo because, like I said, I got it to start up, but it wasn't good enough to play and record. I didn't really play it a whole lot, but it is something that I did play at least a little bit. Now, that being said, apparently we're on 2.1. And we are going to just do a new game. So something about your current design contains errors or uses features from disabled DLCs that must be resolved before continuing. Okay. I remember I had created one. I didn't know if that was going to be saved or not. Doesn't look like it, because none of these names look familiar. So we'll just create a new race. I'm just gonna create a new empire. Antipods, aliens, mammals. You look like you have had a hard day. Very stressful. That's a mammal. Are axolotls really mammals? Because I'm pretty sure that's what that's supposed to be a representation of. But maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy. Reptilian. I kind of like the look of you. Creepy, but also like... Actually, I really like the look of you. Male leader. We'll be the first leader. Eric's title. Don't have one. Don't have any phenotypes. I can change the color. It's called like a... Maybe greens. Got black. I guess I kind of like how the white stands out against it. Ooh, I like the look of that. I actually kind of like the look of those, so we'll go with that. Species name, we will be the Red Do Melax. Redu Melax. I don't know. Okay, we don't need a biography right now. Like, I hope I can come in and touch this up, to be able to, like, if we end up liking this setup and go and hive mind, humanoid, mechanoid, mammalian, plantoid. Let's do, I don't know, like, these are like some different leader names. Sure, I guess. I think there's a way you can go in here and add your own, like, custom one, which might be kind of cool. If you guys know how to do that, let me know down in the comments, and I may, if we end up, like, just immediately dying off or something, like, I may look up how to do that. Okay, so traits. Okay, traits. Alright, so we have trait points left 2, traits picks left 5. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so there are pluses and negatives here. Okay. And I have to pick a total of 5. Okay. So, let's just kind of start from the top and look at this. Agrarian. This species is deep connection to the land and make expert farmers and gardeners. Thrifty. Members of the species are intellectually economical and are always looking to make a good profit, whatever corners need cutting. Industrious. Members of this species are known for their diligent and hard-working nature, always going above and beyond. Intelligent. The species is highly intelligent, enjoys faster technology progression. Okay, I don't know exactly what that means. Members of the species have natural inclination towards engineering and material sciences. Members of the species have a natural inclination towards theoretical physics and astronomical phenomenon. Natural scientists towards sociology and biological. Okay, extremely adaptive. Species is remarkably adaptive, adapting to any foreign environments. Kind of like the idea of that one. That sounds almost a little bit broken, but species is highly adaptive when it comes to foreign environments. Okay, that one would probably be a good idea. The species does not adapt to foreign environments, obviously. If you have one of these two, you can't have that one. Rapid breeders. The species reproduces at a very rapid rate, increasing population growth. That might be good if you had a way to be able to sustain them, but that could also be very, very bad. The species reproduces slow rate, lowering population growth rate. That actually might be a good idea. Talented. Members of this species are born with a natural aptitude. Quick learners. Leader experience gains. Slow learners. This member of the species slow to learn from their experiences. Traditional. Certain aspects of the species contagion makes it predisposed specifically value historical precedence and group unity. So this is whether or not they work together, or whether or not they don't want to work together. Okay. Members of the species possess strength that almost defies the laws of physics. Members of the strength, great physical, making them formidable fighters on the ground. Members of the species are physically weaker than the average, making them poor fighters on the ground. Nomadic. This species has a nomadic past, and its members often think nothing of relocating to another world. Okay, and that just means they're sedentary. Members of the species are highly communal and quite used to living in close proximity. I like the idea of that. Charismatic. Members of the species have a special charisma. They're generally considered pleasant to be around. I kind of like the idea of that one. Conformist. These people always seek consensus and are more likely to conform to the governing ethics. Vulnerable. This species can grow to an age that commands dignity and respect, plus 80 years. Oh, geez. So, like, a leader would last for a very long time if you chose something like that. Decadent. This species requires slaves and robotic servants to feel content. Oh, geez. Resilient. The species are physically resilient and will fight like enraged brood mothers to defend their worlds. Okay. As members of the species believe that resources must be conserved and recycled. Okay. Repugnant. Okay, oh, I can't select this because it's incompatible with charismatic. Okay, so let's just kind of look at, kind of like the idea of that, and then like make them maybe deviants. Okay, lifespan of negative 10 years. That's not too bad. At least I hope that's not too bad. I hope it's not like, oh, they're alive for like 5 years. Then we'll make them weak. But then we'll make them like unified. That they work together. Okay, and our homeworld name is Yatubo. Star name is Xena? Yeah, sure, Xena. Starting solar system determines the layout but not the location of your starting solar system. Yes, sure. And then what type of climate do we want to live in? This is the pretty like neutral world. Oh, and it changes the stuff up here too. Okay. This is very wet. This is very much earth but wet. I do kind of like that. This is kind of Earth-like, but not quite Earth. Just kind of basic. Our city... Yeah, sure, I like the reptilian city. I would say avian, but like the buildings just wouldn't make sense. Because I kind of looked over at that and I was like, oh, that actually looks kind of nice. And again, the anthropodic ones don't really make a whole lot of sense, so sure. We'll do reptilian. Okay, so ethic points. Okay, select authority from the list above. Holds an election every 10 years to select a new ruler. Sure, let's do like democratic. Ethic points. Okay. destructive, destroying what can be obtained or giving room to grow, which is destroyed. Fanatic pacifist, civilization begins, the end of all. Armed conflict should be a primary concern. War is an evolution. Is evolutionarily dead as futile as it is wasteful. Okay. Must use defensive wars only, so we can only fight if we're protecting ourselves. Oh. Cannot engage in indiscriminate orbital bombardment. So, basically we're not allowed to just go to a planet, just circle it, and just drop bombs. I mean... Okay. Kinda cool with that. And then... allows utopian living standards. Cannot have... You need a society that does not embrace equality between its members, where an individual can rise to any position with enough hard work, is not only deeply unfair, but ultimately counterproductive. I kind of like the idea of that. So if we use this, we cannot use the autocratic governing forms, which we're using democratic anyways. Allows utopian living standards. So we can create utopias? Question mark? Which, yeah, guys, I know this is going a little over the 15 minutes, but again, I said this one will be a little bit longer while we create the species. So I think we'll go with this. Cannot have... impoverished living standards for full citizenship of a species. Okay. So that does that. So we're basically true pacifists that believe everybody can do whatever they want to do. Okay. Beacon of Liberty. This society is a shiny beacon of light. In a sea of darkness, liberty and individual freedoms are held in the highest regard. Environmentalists. Society seeks to coexist in harmony with nature. Great care is taken to preserve the environment and limit consumerism where possible. Kind of like the idea of that one. Society encourage a free and lively debate. Currying favor with one of the dominant political factions can prove to be quite advantageous. Faction influence gain. It's democratic authority. So we'd rather... Okay, so like let's do environmentalist, and then like we can only choose the 3. So like, what's police state? To quash traces of dissent, the population in this repressive society is carefully monitored and controlled by internal police force. Nah, I don't like the idea of that. Efficient bureaucracy. This society is renowned for its efficiency, not only in the mag train run on time, but the colossal bureaucratic apparatus requires to run interstellar nation has been greatly streamlined. Sure, I don't know what either of those do, but what shall our empire be named? Jusendor. I like that. Jusendor. see, it even kind of rolls off the tongue. I like it. So then, like, what are we gonna do for our flag? So we want something that says unity. So unity in all things. Let's like do that. Well, this screams more unity than anything else. Primary color, let's do green. Secondary color, actually, yeah, I kind of like that. And then, can we choose the symbols color? Unity and balance in all things. Like, I feel like that fits. I wish I could choose the symbols color. That may be not something I can do. But I'm okay with the gold. The gold one. Ship appearance. I do like the look of that avian ship. Actually, I think we'll just probably go with mammalian. It's pretty basic. The ruler, which we've already chosen. So I think that's it. So we're a charismatic agrarian race that is kind of short on life. We're rather weak, but we're pretty good at working together while being weak. And we don't fight. We're just like, hey, look. Sorry, you aggress on us, then we aggress. But otherwise, we don't make aggression. And we're environmental, and like we also, I just realized it says core sector systems +2. I was just more thinking about efficiency. I was like, oh, that'd be cool, So we're a democratic republic, so every 10 years we elect a new ruler. And so we'll just save this. So much hearts to everybody who's watched this, much hearts to everyone who leaves a like, much hearts to everyone who subscribes, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Later.